So it's a hard time for everybody right now. Nobody really has it easy. And even the people who are able to collect unemployment are likely making less than they were. Or perhaps you're like me, you're just skating by. I had 3 jobs. I now just have YouTube. And the government won't help you get unemployment because you make just enough to not qualify, even if that's about $12,000 a year. And why am I painting this picture? Is it to make you feel sorry for me or anyone else? No, of course not. You can feel however the hell you want about any of that. Totally your prerogative. But during times like this where everybody is already on edge, unhappy, upset, and having a bad time, barely making it in a lot of cases, this is some of the scummiest behavior I have ever seen. Now, I'm sure you know what scalping is. Scalping, for those of you who don't know, however, is essentially reselling something for far beyond the market value in order to price gouge a situation or price gouge low inventory in order to make money off of people when there's no other way for them to get it. You can call it supply and demand, but it's less supply and demand like, hey, you need a pelt for a blanket and I just killed this wolf and I have extra, give me something in return. And more supply and demand in the form of an oil baron being like, hey, you have nothing, I have everything, go F yourself. If you want even a scrap of this, you're going to work yourself to the bone. This is ridiculous, is what I'm getting at. The fact that these video game systems are being scalped so heavily right now, and I'm looking at a few things. The Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is impossible to get right now in a lot of areas. I know in Minnesota, good luck finding this thing. I know in the state my girlfriend lives in, good luck finding this thing. I know that from a lot of what you have said, good luck finding this thing. You're not going to find it right now. There's a few Switch Lites out there, but most of the Nintendo Switches themselves are either not in stock or they show up and are immediately purchased by bots or neckbeards with no job who are trying to take advantage of the situation because kids are at home, people are at home, they have nothing to do, and trying to price gouge the few people who have money in order to make more money off of a bad time in the United States history. I am really mad, if you can't tell. And it doesn't just fall down to the Switch, although we will come back to that. Even the PlayStation 4. I've got to say, I just wanted to prove a point to myself. I wanted to walk around some stores. I wanted to get out. I had a mask on for anybody wondering who's going to shame me for leaving my house. Yes, I did. And I wanted to look around and see what the inventory actually is in these stores right now. I can tell you that out of going to 9 Targets and I believe 7 or 8 Walmarts, I saw 0 PlayStation 4 consoles, 0 Xbox One consoles, and 0 Nintendo Switches, except I saw 1 Switch Lite. 1. And I saw another one at a pawn store that was being pawned in as I walked in. So I more just wanted to take a small sample in my area and look around and see actually what was available. And then I took to the internet to actually sort of confirm this and see what was going on with people. You cannot buy a lot of these products. You can't even find PlayStation 4 controllers in a lot of cities right now. And it's because of these assholes on eBay and other websites like that. And eBay is not really even at fault for this. I mean, they're just a platform to sell things on. I use eBay. I love eBay. I actually just bought a copy of Silent Hill 3, PlayStation 2 a little bit ago, through eBay. And I had a great experience doing that. The person was not price gouging. They were selling it for a fair market value, what that game goes for now, asking price. I have no problem with that, with supply and demand and with capitalism. But the fact that we are in the middle of this pandemic right now, a global pandemic where people are scared, people are staying home, they're bored out of their minds, they don't know what to do. There's all these statistics about how domestic violence is up, about how people are suffering, how people can't make ends meet, how they've had to essentially suspend student loan interest and also even suspend eviction in a lot of cities in order to make sure people are not homeless. That people on top of that are trying to take advantage of the situation and make more money off those people. And I already know that there's going to be somebody, and this is actually a somewhat fair point, who says, well, you don't need that thing. That's a luxury item. If you're struggling that much, you shouldn't buy it. I understand that. The problem is that a lot of parents are at home trying to entertain their kids, trying to actually keep themselves sane and not just shove their kids in front of a television, but make their kids happy because their kids missed out on the last fourth of a year of school, or maybe they can't see their friends for months, or maybe you're someone like me where video games are part of your job, the one job you have left, and you can't even find a PlayStation 4 controller in a store to do your job. Well, YouTube isn't a real job. Dude, shut the hell up. No one cares what you think about that. Like, there will always be somebody who says that too. But it's ridiculous to me that we live in a society, as some would say, where people are willing to do this, willing to step on the backs of others and take advantage of them in order to get ahead in such a petty and meaningless way. And it's not just games. Before, some other point is brought up, like, these are all luxury items again, you don't need these. Well, here's the thing. This same thing happened with toilet paper. This same thing happened, at least in America, with antiseptics, with alcohol that you use to clean, not to drink. There's plenty of that to go around right now. The same thing happened with disinfectants, with gloves, with masks. We right now are living in a time that is so scary to people, and all of these douchebags are willing to just use it in order to further themselves and step on the backs of everyone else to be successful. Build each other up. This is not the way to do things. It's pathetic and sad, and I think that we deserve better. That's all I've got for my rant. It was very short, hopefully to the point. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. I do want to do a special shout out to my Patreon supporters who helped make this month possible, especially with how ridiculously hard it's been in terms of financial situations. Steve Marshallek, Jonah Ribikoff, Caleb Murphy 2 times because he's a special, special boy, and Erwin once again, all at the $10 mark. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. If you want more information on the Patreon, that is in the description down below. The link is down there. Also to the Let's Play channel, to all the social medias and everything else. I will see you guys in the next one. And please, for the love of God, do not be such a selfish prick that you need to earn an extra $100 or $200 a piece off of the suffering of others. It's pathetic. It's sad. Be better. Have a fantastic day, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.